why didn't anybody ask you? But I'm really sorry.
No worries.
Okay. Do you have ID or what?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have a Finnish social security. So, what is your thing?
Okay, so I have to explain a little bit of background real quick.
Okay, if
So-
you can speak slow English so I understand.
Okay, so before COVID, I went back to Ireland briefly. I was only supposed to be there for 3 weeks.
Okay.
I had a bad tenant. While I was there, I got a malicious wellness check, and I got targeted by a corrupt police officer.
Okay.
I was tortured, sexually assaulted at gunpoint, falsely imprisoned. At one point, they told a hospital that my time in Finland hadn't happened, and I was able to get my release. They put me through a nightmare, and I proved in court that the charges were false. I used expert witnesses to show that this was a scam whereby they defraud the Irish state by claiming false injuries, so they get 2 lines of money from the person that they lie about, and then from the Irish Police Insurance Board. And shortly after I won in court, they tried to kill me, and human rights people helped me back to Finland. Since 2023, I've been in a you know the term coercive control abuse. It's like a psychological, financial, everything abuse where someone tries to keep someone as sort of a prisoner.
Okay.
So I have an ex-partner here who's a Finnish lady, and she's a psychologist. She's never been my psychologist. And in about October 2023, out of the blue, she started telling me that she got to decide whether I lived or died. And I had been stuck with this Finnish landlords and an illegal eviction, which is its own separate thing, which she sort of tried to sabotage. And starting in 2024, she started lying to Helsinki police. So she's had me raided by the police. So the first time was in February 2024. I had a full armed SWAT, the dogs, ballistic shields. I'm disabled. I have severe trauma. I have a damaged hand, spine. I'm not like, and I was told that apparently her and from what the lies she was telling had caused Helsinki police to contact the corrupt police officer in Ireland, who told the Helsinki police that I have a long history of violence against the police, that I have hidden armaments, that I hide knives around my apartment to use around. This was all told to me by a Helsinki police officer, that I set booby traps, that I set petrol traps to burn police officers alive, and that because of these lies, now that's obviously a corrupt police officer trying to get you guys to hurt me. But it's also a situation that my ex-partner is trying, to use. She has now, like on the February one, I had police telling me that it was my landlord, except it wasn't. So I was taken to Hartman, and they kept saying your landlord. I was like, but that's my ex-partner.
Okay.
And then the doctor, I was like, what if I can prove this? And he was like, well, then you'll be going home. And so I was like to the 2 police officers, can I have my fucking phone, please? And I had to, and I pardon my use of language here, but I had to show messages from my ex-partner that her talking very like vigorously about oral sex on me. Then I was asked to show abusive messages, which was easy. I just go like, you know, and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said that, you know, and that, like, don't worry, you're going home. The two officers left me in the hospital with no outside clothes, no wallet. I don't know. They just told me it was very serious and that I should file a report. I've filed multiple reports. I've spoken to abuse organizations, every one you can name. One of them told me that I was being, my case bore the hallmarks of sex trafficking, but Helsinki police don't believe me. She's last had me raided in August, and I was held in Pasila for 28 hours and eventually released because they were asking me questions like, has she ever told you she's scared of you? And I was like, no, that's me. I was the one. And they were like, can you prove this? I was like, yes, it's on my phone. And has she ever said no contact? And I was like, no, that's me. And so, you know, I have tried to talk to Helsinki police about this, but they appear to have, I don't know, believed everything she said. She has told me in February 2024 that she had told Helsinki police that I was psychotic. But I'm not, and I have no history of it. What I do have now is I have a referral for the treatment of victims of torture and war crimes. So that's like kind of serious. That's the center here. That's for very specialized types of post-traumatic stress disorder from torture. And, you know, they have reopened my police brutality case. And just because I need someone to see this. The Helsinki police have told me they don't believe me, right? This is a court filing. This is the way they do it in Ireland. You see the stamp? You know, this is real. You can see that like, this is what I filed after I won a 4E dismissal, which is a pre-arraignment before they even make you plead. That's very hard to do. I exposed them. So this is a real court document. It's the stamp, there's a seal. One of the problems is she has a rucksack of documents belonging to me with more of these that are pivotal, and my medical records. The medical records are handwritten because it was a doctor from, you know, the 80s, 90s, old school guy. He died of cancer and he knew I was living here. And so his wife gave them to me in my hand. They're in that rucksack. But there's other documents there that I require. Now, I don't want to fight with Helsinki police or the police. However, I have tried to get the police to... that's, by the way, that's the name of the police commissioner in Ireland, Drew Harris. Those are the involved police officers.
Okay.
That's the prosecutor that put it through. You can verify them online if you want to take a photocopy. Those are all police stations there, see? So, currently, I have a finalized judgment. As I said, I have tried to ask Helsinki police to recognize it because once you have a finalized court judgment in an EU state, they're legally obliged to. Helsinki police have told me that they're refusing to because they quote-unquote have to believe the Irish police and that they are very nervous dealing with me. I'm, once again, like, sorry for the language, but I'm a fucking cripple. It's not like I'm Bruce Lee. And, you know, I've appealed to logic a few times where I've gone, guys, if any of that was true, if even one thing, hidden armaments thing, how would I be here? Would I not be under monitored by SUPO? What the, like, you know, would I not be reporting to a station? You know, or I would be in a maximum security. And if I killed cops and burned them alive, I think it would be on the news. Now, the ex-partner has told a mix of lies about my mental health because she's a psychologist
So where has she talked?
There's apparently Helsinki police, but just about everybody. So when this started, we had a business arrangement with a loan, and when she started escalating the abuse, it was shortly after someone from who claimed to be linked to Helsinki police offered me a bribe of 290,000 euros related to the case with the previous landlords, who apparently have a brother who's a police officer. I began asking for my documents back, as you would, my belongings back, the data. She had the deeds to my property. She just would refuse, and she was telling the police that my asking for my belongings back was stalking her. I have had police admit to me that she has lied to them about the loan we had, the business arrangement, and actually and I recorded them saying that the guy was like, I said, I bet she told you there was no loan. And he went, the police officer, I think his name was Jonas Roenberg, he went, she said she was just helping you. And I said, well, if she was just helping me, why was I transferring all of my illness benefit to her once a month? That's not, that wouldn't make any sense. Obviously, if I can, so that's the level of fraud. But he admitted that she'd lied about it.
Would you want to do a report, or what do you?
I don't know what to do, because the police in Helsinki, every time I file a report, she it gets closed. But now I have my police brutality case in Ireland open. I have CCTV video of me screaming as they tortured me. I have filed complaints against my ex-partner because she has got her friends to harass me. And Helsinki police have closed them, saying no evidence. When I have video, I've recorded them. I've recorded them following me around like a night bar, like shouting that I'm a bad person and that I should go back to Ireland, and that like telling me what my ex-partner has said. And I more than anything now, I need the documents back, because I have a chance to move forward with.
Do you know the case number?
No, and I'm not even sure what's still open, because they just keep closing them. I mean, she timed the last one during an appeal for. She put a restraining order for me, but she lied in the paperwork. Going so far as to say that I'm lying about all of this happening, and lying about court documents.
Do you know the year?
It would have been the year of the last police action against me for her was 2024.
Yes, and do you know the year of the report? Where is your papers you want back?
I made I made. They've also told me I made too many, but every time I spoke to the police, they told me to make another one. Now they tell me I made too many. And then every time I spoke to any of the abuse organizations, they wouldn't go forward unless I made another police complaint, or I could prove it. Like, I was in with Mystikit, and the guy who was counseling me was like, "Yeah, you have to. I'm just telling for your own safety." And I'm like, I've made 7. There was 7 when they raided me, so, and at this point, I have correspondence from the new Irish police ombudsman that they're, reopening the investigation. And that puts everybody at a sort of difficult position. And I know that only in she got back in contact with me back in February briefly, which was only done to disrupt police complaints. And she turned up on my door to mock me for reporting her to the police and mock me from going to abuse charities. But she lied to the police and said she gave me back all my things, but she only gave bits and pieces over a bit of time and then wouldn't give back the rest. And it's just, and you know, I understand that people want to believe they're country people and stuff, but this is getting a bit out of control. And like I'm currently on hunger strike because of it, because like, you know, if I get my access to justice blocked, there's nothing really else. And I obviously won't be able to travel around Europe if I have a corrupt police officer now, because of my abusive ex-partner, understanding that he can just lie to foreign police forces. And I'm just lucky that it was the Finnish they lied to, because if this is Portugal, I'd be dead.
Sorry, you can smoke.
I know I'm not going to smoke. I'm just making it so my hands are nervous.
Okay.
'Cause, I'm aware that there's possibly an issue with the fact that the landlords who did an illegal eviction that began a lot of this trouble, they have a brother who's a high-ranking police officer, and you know that's for who tried to bribe me for the 290,000 euros. So I'm aware that some of it could, whatever the bad blood between me and the police could stem from that. But, you know, at this point, it's like, yeah, I just don't know what to do.
Niin, mitäs täällä?
Okei, no tossa on mutta siis tässä on nyt niin monta juttua ja häntä on nyt niinku kohdellut Irlannin oikeudessa väärin ja niinku täällä nyt Helsingin poliisi ei auta ja
Joo.
Ootpas mä etin tän vastaan. Ja mä en hän haluaisi jostain keissistä jotkut paperit takaisin, mitkä on vienyt, kun hän ei tiedä mistä näistä ja...
Eihän nyt pöytäkirjat jostakin.
Siis ilmeisesti paperit, jotka on vuokranantaja vienyt jostain keissistä, mutta kun mä en
No ei tiedä se keissi.
Niin. So you don't have any case number?
Let me see what I got here. I got like a... Here's a few of the ones that she filed falsely against me, so I have those. Like, those are ones that like...
Yes, the papers back.
Yeah, I haven't got much. The papers I want back, no, she has the most important ones, like the last filings in the court. She has my medical records. She has more than, I'm not, like, I last saw it back in 2023. And
Okay.
and the reason she took the rucksack was, well, she kept, like, that illegal eviction, she kept telling me that she should have it for safekeeping.
And that's the woman.
Yeah, the Voi Reverte, that's, yeah. So because she said because she convinced me that because the landlords that I was dealing with, who said they were evicting me because I was bisexual, non-binary, and disabled, and directly they said that I part of the reason was because I had a human rights case against the Irish police. She convinced me to give her the rucksack for safekeeping because she said that I couldn't rely on the police in this situation. So she had that from around June, or I think June 2023, and I've been trying, and I've only got pieces of it back, and I've filed long complaints, I've filed short complaints, I've put in requests for executive assistance because she's told me that she gets to decide basically my access to justice, and she's obstructed cases in Finland. She's obviously obstructing things with me and the Helsinki police because they don't want to believe me. And, now I cannot even get medical treatment because I don't have correct medical records. And
Okay, I think I found the case.
there's been a few reports. I don't know what's still open. I know that they closed the harassment case citing no evidence, but I've asked the police who were involved with it to talk.
So do you think police have those papers, or?
No, I don't think so. The last time they had me in custody in Pasila because of a report, I told them again, and they just keep kind of going like, what papers? I'm like, I have written you long letters, short letters. I don't, and I think it gets very strange if, because of, I don't know the reason, maybe dislike, discrimination, whatever the reason, or a misunderstanding between me and Helsinki police based on someone else lying, that they're going to end up obstructing,
But I think police don't have them because I don't see.
I don't know why they won't ask her for them back, because this is the only thing I can do, because every time I ask her, she files a restraining order, a police complaint, the police raid me, and then I end up with the police going, where am I, how do I get my, what's going on? And then the police tell me to file a complaint. I spoke to a world expert in coercive control abuse, an American expert who's also a lawyer, and I did it through online camera, and they burst into tears and started apologizing. It was one of the worst cases they've heard. But if the Helsinki police detective then goes, he said, she said, and I'm like, but that's not what's, and as far, the last I know is that the documents were in her basement storage. It's possible she's destroyed them. If she's destroyed them, then
She is her
ex-partner.
Yeah. And what's her name?
Anna Voidaverta.
Yes.
She's filed multiple police complaints against me. That she told the police that in September, I think it was, that I had stolen an iPad, which she gave me, and she used the police to steal it back so she could get access to my private emails. It's she's been.
Yes, I saw that report.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I've been pretty angry at times because I've through January into April, I had pressing Helsinki police court stuff related to the eviction, and then all the way through 24, I had to get documents to Ireland, which she has obstructed or delayed or made it something that's a bit like torture. So I don't, at this point, I don't know what to do. This was decided to try one last time. Because I know this is kind of messy, but the eviction from the first landlords who had the cop brother, they lied about payments, which now I have Ulasat the latest asking for money I paid, but they're not fully collecting it. But it means I can't get a home. I can't move, and there was no reason for them to lie. But they told everybody they were doing it because of hate.
No ei, kun mä en välttämättä nyt ihan... Siis joo, ne haluaa näitä kun paperit, mä sitten takaisin niitä, mä en löydä sitä keissiä tai kun se ei tiedä, että ne eivät siis ole poliisilla, vaan on tällä Excellä. Ja niin, mä oon vähän niinku yrittänyt kysyä, että mitä se nyt vähän niinku haluaa, mutta kun se lähtee vähän niinku sieltä asti, kun siellä Irlannin poliisissa on niinku käyttäydytty niin väärin häntä kohtaan ja kidutettu ja silleen, niin sitten nyt kun täällä Helsingissä käytetään jotenkin näitä juttuja vähän niin tosissaan hänen mielestään, niin mä en oikein niin tiedä, että mistä
sitä lähti liikkeelle?
Niin.
Okay. It's kind of hard to find the case you're looking for.
It's got messy and a lot of them have been closed.
Yeah. But the best I could probably give you as an option, you can ask for everything. Basically, you can ask for everything the police has on you.
Yeah, I did. Like from Pasila, and they sort of like there's a lot of bad blood there. I think because I think that the main opposite person has lied so thoroughly about me that like no one believes me.
Okay.
And because she's a psychologist.
When you leave a request for everything from the police, whatever the police has on you, we need to provide it to you.
So do I do that in person and just get or do I have to write in?
We'll have to fill in the form. Today is a little late, but we have to fill it in a form. You leave it here, you just sign it, and then police will go through the different registers, and then they will pull out everything that's in there, and then they will show it to you.
Okay.
You just have to come over here in person, because we don't mail that stuff
Cool.
to anybody. You have to come here and you can check it.
Okay, and can I take it with me?
Not sure. I think you could, yeah.
Yeah.
It depending a little bit on the information what's there. If it's something that there are other people's personal stuff in there, then maybe not.
Yeah.
You can see what's in there.
Okay. Because like she filed a false restraining order, so she lied about court stuff, basically saying that none of this happened and that I'm a con person, but she because she was also because of that first problem with the landlords, I was renting from her business. It was supposed to be part of a rehabilitative work thing, and she's used it to control and abuse. And so I had contacted her as her company as the landlord, and after the fraudulent restraining order, when I was trying to appeal it because it was basically a complete false statement, she reported me for breaching the restraining order when I had not been given it, and it was me contacting the company that's the landlord, and these got closed. And I was told when they held me in Pasila, and then what I don't even get is every time I've got arrested for her, it's been revealed she's lied. And now I'm like, I don't want to fight with the police, and I have a case against I've met a bad cop, but I'm also aware that someone can destroy your name.
Yeah. And obviously, because most of the stuff is in Helsinki Police Department, we cannot really answer for them at all here. But the only thing I can offer you is the fact that we can fill in a form that you have by law the right to inspect whatever police has filed in.
Okay,
about you.
I'll put that in now, I suppose.
Yeah.
I could come back tomorrow.
Can you come back tomorrow?
You want me to put the form? I'll put the form in tomorrow then. I'll come back tomorrow. Yeah. No worries. Thanks very much. I'm sorry about this. I know no one wants to be dealing with it. But,
no worries.
But just so one other officer has seen it.
You're asking for stuff that we cannot find right now, here. We need to dig a bit deeper, and that's why it's better if we just put in a formal request for the information. And it's going to take a couple of weeks, but eventually it will show up.
Okay.
Is your home address still
Abraham and Catherine?
Okay, yeah, and the phone number is still ending 2622, yeah,
No,
6266.
it's 046 6
046
6123
6123
884.
884.
And the home address is still the same, Abraham?
Yeah.
And email address is oblongs?
Oblong box, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. If you can, kindly come back tomorrow.
I will.
Okay.
Thanks.
Joo.
Okay, thanks a lot, mate.
Kiitos. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day and a good evening.
You too. Joo.
Tämä melkein tehty tuolla kautta. Ei muuta täydä sen jutun kutuloa.
Joo. Saataisiin varmaan tuolla.
Ei muuta.
Kiitos.